Okay, so Facebook business pages, why you should have one and how to get started. So why do you need a Facebook business page separate from your personal page? First of all, it's expected. So people expect that you will have a presence on social media. So if someone has heard your name or they're kind of looking you up to see what you're all about, a lot of people will look up if you have a Facebook page. And especially one that shares, information about you so they can kind of get an understanding of who you are. It's also important because Facebook business pages offer different tools than a personal page. So they offer insights and analytics. So that's where you see who's looking at your page, how many people are looking at it, how well your posts are performing. They also offer publishing tools, which is what I mostly use it for is like scheduling posts in advance, so you don't have to be posting right at that time. So I'll go in and schedule a week's worth of posts, and then I don't have to think about it for the rest of the week. Multiple means of connecting with your COI. This just means like you can connect with them either if you want to be really personal over Messenger or just through a post, sharing information and having them like it or comment or engage with it. You can do Facebook groups, you can do Facebook Lives. There's a lot of different methods for Facebook business pages to kind of get in contact and build relationships over that social media. And then there's also tabs. So these are only offered on a business page. It's like, I'll show you, but when you go on the page and it says, posts, photos, contacts, it offers different, essentially pages located on that business platform. So your regular profile will just have, your photo and your cover photo, and then kind of your timeline with all your posts. But a business page, you can go in and pull up different things. So this is when not to have a Facebook page. If you're not going to use it regularly, it's not really worth having. I think it's better to just not have that presence rather than have it sitting there, but then someone goes and looks at it and you haven't posted in 2 years. If you're not going to use it, don't bother making one. That's not a bad thing, but just, if you have one, be sure you're maintaining it and using it regularly. I said if you're only planning on posting your new listings, so if you're not willing to post anything except your... What was that?
Sorry, that was me. Just ignore the man not on the screen.
Okay, I'll mute you. How about that? So yeah, if you're only going to post your current listings, I think it's not worth having it because most people probably don't follow you to see your new listings. If it's a previous client, they've already bought a house from you. That's not why they're following you. They're following you to stay in touch. And yeah, you're not willing to dedicate any time to it. So if you can't set aside a few minutes every week to kind of think about what you're posting, I say it's not really worth having because you want your content and your posts to be quality, right? Now we're going to talk about setting up your business page. So let's pull up my Facebook and I'll go through the steps. And if you can follow along and do it at the same time as me on yours, great. If not, maybe you can write down the steps. So the first thing you want to do is hit create. So this is like, when I pull up Facebook, this is what it looks like. And at the top, there's a create button. We're going to hit page. And so we're going to click business or brand. I mean, we are kind of public figures, but not really. We're about business, right? So get started. So then you have to name your page. I suggest just naming it first and last name, and then maybe, I messed that up. And then maybe comma realtor or capital realtor, whatever you feel in your bones. And then category, I would choose real estate agent. And then your address. So I would put in the office that you work at. So for me, it would be 327 West Carey Street, Richmond, 23221, maybe. And then you can put in a phone number. That's up to you if you want people to be able to contact you. I would probably do that. I know agents frequently share their phone number on their social media or just anywhere so people have that information. I would put that in. And you can click don't show my address if you don't want people to know the specific office address. That's a personal choice too. I think it goes either way. I would say maybe don't, just because you're not always at the office. You know, agents move around and travel and go to different houses and stuff. So maybe just hit don't show my address, and it will say that, okay, you're based in, say, Richmond, Virginia, but it won't say specifically where. So you can hit continue. Okay, this is wrong. I guess you can make it all caps. It's loading. Slowly, apparently. So then we can upload a profile picture. Does everyone already have profile pictures on their pages? Yeah. Okay. I would say it's very important to have a professional photo, right? Because this is your business page. This is not your personal page. I would highly recommend getting, professional photos taken. It can be pretty cheap these days to hire a photographer and do like a 30-minute session and just get some nice headshots. I think it's worth it. Up to you guys. Here, I'll download this photo of me back when I had long hair. And then you can upload a cover photo. So this is great if you have a personal logo that you've attached to your personal brand. It could also just be, I don't know, a photo of something that you like. If you want, I can help you make one. I can work with you and we can maybe design a cover photo that kind of speaks to your personal brand. It's up to you. So whatever, obviously, looks like you, feels like you, feel free to make it your cover photo. I'm going to skip
Pat.
that.
This is Liz. I'll just offer something. I think it was John Hicks that taught me this when I first joined Hometown. John, one of the things that you had said was around creating sort of that cover photo or banner that has all the required information for social media advertisements, so that it follows that one-click sort of rule. So as long as you are, like, because if you're posting from your personal page, like if you share something from your business page to your personal page, right, it is technically one click away. So that's all on our banner, I think, for the most part. So just something I wanted to share, I thought was a good idea.
Yeah, that is a really good idea. Yeah, like Liz is saying, that's a great place to put all of that required information. It doesn't have to be like, big and right in the middle. You can just put it in the corner. That is a really good place because it's really easy when they click on your page, they'll see that automatically, right? So you can also add online bookings. I think this is a cool feature. I don't know how many of you have like really scheduled appointments or if it's a little more casual. But if you want to add this feature, it's really useful. You can do it all through Facebook. You don't have to set up anything else. So if that's something you're interested in, you can add that tool. I'm going to skip it on mine for right now. Here we are. So this would be like the really basic business page. So next, I think you'd want to go to edit page info and go through all of these tabs. I would start with page info. So by adding a description, I would say make this, personal to you, kind of share what makes you unique as a realtor, what, you're known for, where you like to work, that kind of thing. Your phone number, again, if you want people to be able to contact you, I think that's really helpful. Your website, if you have a personal website or one of the hometown websites for agents, you can definitely put that in here. And then your email, if you want to share that. I know a lot of agents don't share their emails as much as their phone numbers. But again, that's a personal choice. I would say add as much contact information as possible so people can get in touch with you however they desire. So this shows my street address. I can say unclick that and it'll just show that I'm in Richmond if I prefer that, or I can click has a street address and it'll show exactly where I am in Richmond. And you can also add a service area, which is cool. So if there's specific neighborhoods or a specific area that you tend to work in, you can add that as well so people know that you're kind of based in that area and focus in that area. Hours, that's up to you guys. Are you always open? Are you only available 9 to 5? That is your personal choice. And then right now they have temporary service changes because of everything happening with COVID. You probably don't need to use that, but up to you. I would leave your price range unspecified because you're not really selling like a product per se. So some of the other things we talked about, templates and tabs. Let's pull this up. So the current template is set on services. So if you click edit, you can go through and say, okay, I'm a business. Oh, hey, Brenda. Brenda's joining, hold on. Okay. So it'll show different buttons and different tabs based on the profile. So like business will show home, posts, events tabs, reviews, videos, photos, about, community, all these different things. Services will show something else. So this includes shop. So this probably wouldn't really be up your alley because you're not selling, you know, something, an individual product. And then you can, once you set your template, you can really go down and edit kind of however you want. So this says turn on default tabs. You can turn that off. And you can go through and add or remove any of these. So like shop, show shop tab, probably not because I'm not selling a product. Hit save and that tab will disappear from my page. So this is really how you want to set it up. If you want a community tab, that's people basically mentioning you or posting on your wall or commenting, it'll show those posts. I think an about tab is nice because it can talk about who you are and kind of your story, your personal brand. Events, if you host a lot of events, that could be a good one to have. It's really kind of what works best for you. There's no, you know, formula, but this is a good option for personalizing your business page and making it as helpful as possible. And then, so you can also do an advanced messaging. I'll have to remember how I get here. So, well, maybe it's just messaging. Oh yeah. So you can set up auto replies for your messages. If people send you a message, you can create and type in an automatic response. You can show a greeting, so this will pop up. This is an example like, hi, Catherine Milbratt, thanks for getting in touch with us on Messenger. Please send us any questions. So before someone even sends a message to your page, that will pop up. And you can personalize that however you like. If you want to say, hey, thanks for reaching out, you know, feel free to give me a call if you have questions about a listing or something like that. I think that's a really great way to kind of encourage people to get in contact with you in another way or to ask specific questions. A lot of people do this. You can set it up too with question prompts. I think I've been on some of your pages that are on here and you have this set up. And it's basically like common questions that people ask. And before they even type it in, it'll pop up and say, you know, did you want to ask this question or this one? And that's really helpful too. Again, up to you. And we can go into that in further depth if anyone has questions about that or wants to set that up eventually. Just let me know and we can do that. And then I think that's it for edit page info. So then the key is you have to start inviting people to like your page. So like right now, it pulls this up because it tells me I have 0 likes. So it'll say like search for friends to invite. and it lists all these people and says, you know, invite. I would say invite your close family and friends, people that, you know, actually would be interested in following your page, and maybe current and previous clients, but probably not, you know, that person you met one time wherever, or random people from college or something. I would say people that would really be invested in your business and in who you are and in your brand. But this is key. You basically have to do this to get people to realize that your page exists. You can also share your page on your personal Facebook page, so all your friends and family can see it there as well. And you can attach it to your email signature or an email that you send out letting people know that you have a page now, if they want to follow it and check it out. And then I would say you can start posting. So I don't have any posts. This is where you create posts for those who don't know. Hopefully you all do, since you have personal pages. And you can see there's different options for what to post. And then when you pull up a post on your business page, it will say post scheduling and additional options are available in publishing tools. So we talked about this earlier. It'll take you to the publishing tools, which is at the top. It'll always be at the top. And so it will have a list once you've posted of all the posts that you've ever posted. And it'll show the engagement and the reach. So reach is how many people saw the post. Engagement is how many people actually clicked on the post in some form. So if they clicked to view it, or if they liked it, or if they commented or shared it, those are all engagements. So you can see, you can hit create post, and then there'll be a button at the bottom, share now. All you have to do is hit schedule and put in a custom time for when you want the post to go out. So it'll automatically do it, I think like 10 minutes in advance or something of when, of the current time. So you can just hit schedule, write your post, and then click schedule post, and it'll go out at that exact time when you want it to. So let's go back and talk about some of those. Sorry, I know I'm rushing through. I'm trying to keep it at 30 minutes. So we just talked about publishing tools. You can view engagement. Oh yeah, you can also, it has a story archive. So if you start posting stories, which are those like posts that are kind of at the top of Facebook when you go on your timeline and they disappear within 24 hours, those are stories. But if you post them, you can view all your previously posted stories in an archive. So you don't really lose them. You can go back and refer to them and look at them if you want. Insights is one of the best tools of Facebook business pages. This is where you can see how well your page is doing. You can get demographic breakdowns of who your content's reaching. I talked about this in one of my earlier classes. You can go on and see, you know, the gender of people that's reaching, the location, what times they're looking at your content, what times they're active on Facebook. So these are really good analytics to show kind of how well your page is doing and what you can improve on, who you need to reach, who you need to target your content to. So this is a really, really helpful tool once you start posting. I said what types of posts are performing best on your page. So if you notice, you know, photos are getting 3 times the amount of engagement as a link, you can try to share more photos because that's, you know, people are interested in seeing those. So kind of tailoring your content to which posts are doing the best in terms of engagement. And then suggested pages to watch. I think this is a really cool feature. You can watch analytics of pages that are similar to yours. So I'll pull up hometowns. So on Hometown, I follow, I think, One South, no, this page. And then everyone calls it Smurf. What's that one called? You know the one I'm talking about. I can't remember their full name.
Shaheen, Martin, Fonville,
Yes.
and Ruth, or I don't know if that's the right order, but that's who you're talking about.
Yes. So if you go under insights, if you look, so we're at the top, Hometown Realty. You can see our total page likes from last week. It went down 0.1%. We've had 6 posts total this week, and our engagement's only at 101. I follow One South and Smurfs, so I can kind of look at how their engagement's doing and how much they're posting. And I follow them because they have similar levels of total page likes. So we're all kind of in the like 3,000 range. And I can see, so like Smurf posts way more than we do, right? Like 33 times per week. And then their engagement's a lot higher because they're posting a lot more frequently. One South is much more similar to us in their strategy. They post a little less and they have a little less engagement, but it's a helpful tool to kind of measure where you're at. So if there are realtors who you really admire their Facebook presence or their strategy, it's cool to watch them and see, okay, well, they've been posting, 5 times as much as I do, and look at their engagement levels compared to that. I think it's a really handy tool. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to use it. So we talked about templates and tabs. You can choose the template that fits your needs the best. I wrote basic recommended tabs would be about, a reviews tab. Hopefully your clients will come in and write good reviews, and you should be encouraging them to, right? Posts, photos, and videos. Those are kind of the basic ones. I also recommend a services tab where you can list specific services that you provide. So I looked at one realtor's, and she also does staging, and she's a realtor and she does something else. So if there's kind of different services that you focus on or feel like you can provide to a client, I would list them there with kind of a little blurb, about what you do and how you do it. And then page rules. So this is when you can assign other people to have access to your page. So if you want someone else to be managing your page or posting on it, you can assign them a role. So either editor, admin, contributor, there's other ones. And they're all on different levels. I would say just make people admins, so they can do everything. But it's kind of nice, if you have an assistant that's going to be working on your social media, or even just, a friend or a family member, this is a really good way to let them go in and change things too and post things, so you don't always have to be doing it. And then here are just some other quick things you can do to improve your Facebook business page. Connect your Instagram account if you have one. You can have your posts automatically go on your Facebook page. I think this is good just because it's content. Like if you're going to post a photo on Instagram anyway, you may as well go to your Facebook page. Content in both places. You can set up a custom URL, so you can change it to say like, Kat Milbradt Realtor, like facebook.com/Kat Milbradt Realtor. And then you can also do a call to action button. So you can choose what works best. It could be like message, call now, contact, learn more, kind of however you want people to get in touch with you. You can encourage them to by adding that blue button on your page. And that's it. Whew, I feel like I've talked a lot about time. So let me stop sharing. Okay. Does anyone have any questions or thoughts, or how are your pages already set up?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm Luis Amaya. I'm a new real estate agent for Hometown.
Welcome.
So I have a question. Thank you, by the way. So creating the Facebook page, is that something that can be done like while I'm waiting to be posted from Depor, or is that something I should wait to do as soon as I post?
That is a John Hicks question.
One I can answer if he's no longer
Are you
here.
there, John?
I think
Well,
we
you
lost
can
him. But I'll answer, right? Like, Luis, you can't start like advertising yourself as a realtor until you officially have the
Yeah, of
license
course.
in hand. So
Makes
I say
sense.
in
Okay.
hand. You don't have to wait for it to be in hand, but wait till it does officially post with Depor.
Okay, sounds good.
But
As
you
well
can
as the
start planning.
headshots.
I was going to say that, Kat, though, could he start to build it and not publish his business page yet?
I think he could build it and just not include, like just build it as his name maybe and not include realtor anywhere on the page, and then go back in and maybe add that, I would say. I don't
Or
know.
Okay,
start
yeah, that
planning
makes
what your-
sense.
what
I
content-
finally got unmuted. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because my computer locked up and I couldn't click on anything. Yeah, you're not allowed to present yourself as a realtor, obviously, unless you're actually licensed. So you could start the process so long as nobody can see it, but it can't be visible until you're licensed.
Okay, makes sense.
I think you could definitely do, if you want to do headshots or anything, I think you could do that before though, because that's just, photos.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
have it. So, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. And
Kat,
congrats.
show me again
Thank
how you view the pages that you want to compare yourself to.
Yes.
So does your page have to follow that page to be able to see that page?
No, it's super easy. And it's like kind of secretive, so they don't know you're watching.
Okay.
But if you go on your page and go under insights,
Yeah.
you scroll down past all your insights and go to the bottom, and you can see there's a button that says add pages. So it'll pop up with suggested pages to watch. These are ones that are similar to yours, and then you can just type in whatever page you're looking for.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, Marcus
Hi.
Porto. So one thing I've noticed on some people's pages is when you come to the page, an automatic messenger will pop up that you can be directly contacted. How do you get that thing to pop up?
So that's going to be under, let me look. I believe it's under the messaging settings. So if you go to your settings tab up in the right-hand corner on a desktop, and then go to, oh, mine's not loading, hold on. And then go to messaging. Oh, it's moved to the automatic responses tab. Okay, are you on it? Do you see it?
No,
Okay,
I don't, honestly, I don't even see
Yeah.
settings.
Oh, okay. So that, here, let me just share my screen. Am I sharing? Okay.
I'm gonna have to turn mine sideways.
No, you're not sharing.
You're not sharing it now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Whew. So settings is up here in this top right corner. You see there's like a white bar kind of.
Yeah, mine doesn't look like that.
Okay, are you on your business page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what does yours look like? What are you seeing?
It just has Marcus. It has a plus sign, a message sign, a bell, a little arrow, but it has a home, 2 people.
Okay, so are you seeing anything at the top where it says like inbox or events like ours has up here?
I do not have any of that. No.
Are you logged into your Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. And you're sure you manage your Facebook page, your business page?
I mean, I check it every once in a while. Yeah. I haven't been doing a lot with it because it's not where I want it to be.
Right, okay. But you
Settings
created it
down here.
eventually.
And
Okay,
wonder
I
if it was
found
set up.
a page setting.
Okay. I was like, I wonder if it was set up.
Mine was
as
in
a-
the lower left-hand corner for some
Yeah.
reason, but I found the page setting.
Oh, weird. I don't know. Maybe mine's set up weird. Okay.
That would have. You said advanced messaging or?
I think it's just in messaging. And then, so I'm pretty sure it's under automated responses. So it looks like they've moved it. Do you see where it says general settings?
Yeah, and then automated responses.
Yeah. So you can see right here, it says frequently asked questions. And you can go in and add those questions that people typically ask. So when they go on your page, it'll just pop up.
Okay. And that'll bring that messenger thing in there if they just want to text me for whatever reason they just want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? I'll take that as no. Okay. Hope this was sort of helpful. I know a lot of you already have pages, but if there's anything that I like breeze through really quick and you want to go back over, just let me know, or you can call me and we can do it, or you can Zoom me and we can do it. Whatever works for you, whatever you guys need.
Kat, you'll be sending out the slides, right? You normally do that to folks that attend?
Yes. And I can also send out like written instructions how to make a page and how to get to some of these things, if that's helpful.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that too. So yeah, just if you end up with questions, just send them to me.
Okay.
And I'll try to answer them.
Awesome. Thanks, Kat.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you
Kat.
guys.
Yeah, thanks so
Thank you.
much.
See ya.
Y'all enjoy your day.
All right.
You
Thanks.
too. Thank you.